trophy next to me, come on stage, please welcome Marysemis.
I know. I don't like girl comics either. We'll get through this. I'm single. I'd like to think that this comes as a surprise to some people. Pretty much everyone except for my coworkers, my therapist, and Carl, the head pharmacist at CVS. He seems fairly clear on why. But dating, it's tough. Like, it's terrible. My expectations at this point are so low. Like, I don't want to get stood up. I don't want to get stuck with a check. And I don't want to end up in a freezer. So that's where I am. Yes, so I recently tried some online dating. That's a treat. The site that I joined, well, I don't want to give them a free plug, but it may or may not rhyme with Snatch.com. You're familiar? I actually had my first date a few weeks ago. It went well. Right? It's like, so what that he's 41 with roommates? At least he knows how to share. And ladies, it's true. We do love men with an accent. Just not a Hyundai accent. It's very different. I've been living in Philly now for about 6 years, and I'm not the nicest neighborhood. One of the ways I can tell this is by the number of homeless people at my Dunkin' Donuts. There's lots. Yeah. I think I found a nicer neighborhood though, because at the Dunkin' Donuts there are no homeless people. They call themselves transients. It's awesome. When I first wrote that joke, in place of the term transient, I used the term hobo, until I learned that hobo is actually a shortened version for homeward bound. It's like, no they're not. Be accurate. Like at the new Dunkin' Donuts, nobody asked me for money. One guy actually asked if I wouldn't mind taking a glance at his resume. I said, fuck yeah, you can put me down as a reference. How amazing would that reference phone call be, right? Sure, I'll tell you a little bit about John. He is persistent, not afraid to get his hands dirty. He's got some amazing riddles. And no, you know what? He welcomes change. Thank you. Get out of here. So I was just out in Las Vegas not too long ago. Good times. Great times. Vegas is so fun. Even the plane ride out there is like Mardi Gras in the sky. Stay with me. You're eating, drinking your face off. There's conga lines to the bathroom. Stewardesses are flashing people for beads. It's like a Girls Gone Wild video. It is, and those stewardesses are pretty decked out too. They're pretty much a cowboy hat and glamour shot away from being the adult versions of John Benet Ramsey. Pilot's hammered, wearing only a captain's hat and socks, taking bets on whether you'll land or not. The girl across the aisle from you disappears for about 8 minutes and comes back with a milk mustache. You end up walking off the plane just shit-faced, like arm in arm with a drunk guy with a perm. Just looking for the nearest drive-through church, right? Good, solid times. The plane ride home, however, is a completely different story. Forget the walk of shame. This is an entire aircraft of shame. Heads down, no eye contact. You're pissed off because you're out of ginger ale by the time they get to your aisle. Of course, you're seated next to a newborn who's bawling like a gay man at a Bette Midler concert. Make matters worse, you realize how very wrong it is that you wouldn't mind snapping a baby's neck. The pilot's shaky and unshaven. The stewardesses are now selling Valtrex and the day after pill. But you have to have exact change. Hey, as the saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Unless it doesn't. Unless it comes home with you and makes its vaginal debut 9 months later. Lord, you guys, not me. No, I had exact change.